Kingdoms and empires fighting each other, tribes fighting each other, it is normal in everywhere in the world. As I'm talking now, Yemen and Saudi Arabia are fighting. If you go to the entire European continent, there is something they were doing. It was Spanish against the Portuguese. The Roman conquered the Spanish territories and other things. This has been with human beings over a decade. But when we talk about influence on people based on the missionaries there is no doubt about it. If it didn't happen, we would have spoken about it. So the fact still remain the fact. It is in everywhere in the world. Now Afghanistan and the Americans are fighting. Tribes fighting, nations fighting, kingdoms fighting. Hasn't come to an end yet. It is still in. But in our side of our story, some people made it look like we intentionally did some things to bring ourselves down. And you can never and ever change the fact that these white people, they enslave and colonize us. You can't change it. Everybody in the world knows it. The transatlantic slave trade. So it is something you cannot take it from people's mind, and it is true. They did. They stole our resources. As Kwame Nkrumah said, the colonial masters is never asleep. They will come, but they will come in a different form. And they brought the missions. The missionaries came. As Jomo Kenyatta said, when they said we should close our eyes and pray before we open our eyes, they have taken our resources to their country. And it's true, you cannot change it. So the truth in Christianity has been said by so many pastors and other things who are well learned and know the emphasis on it. How can Queen Elizabeth, a queen that once enslaved Africa, took our money, Sierra Leone, South Africa, and others, create a church named Anglican Church for you to worship God to go to heaven? How is that possible? Well, if you have this history and records, it's better you post it here for people to learn. And what I'm saying is a fact that you can't change it.
My brother, please give us fact here as to what you were saying. Kingdom, that is the territorial boundaries ruled by a king. And please don't forget, before a kingdom stands, that kingdom must do away with a fellow kingdom. And those kingdoms, they wrestle against each other. Let me limit myself to the history of Ghana. We have the Asante Kingdom, we have the Bono Kingdom, we have the Denchira Kingdom, and the Fantas. At that time, Nana Kwamena was there. The Bonos were there. The Denchira, that is a Bon Person the first, were there. And the Asantes were being ruled by the Denchiras. So when Okofanache united with he met Osetutu the first. His first war was against the Bono. He defeated the Bonos. And they got trust in Okofanache. So he put measures in place for them to embark on a war against the Denchira. If you want the history, I'll give you. For them to embark a war against the people of Denchira. So when he defeated the Denchira, that is led by Intim Jakari. Aswanemai Akobono Fejirase. My brother, we have the history here, we give you. So the Asantes came to, Asante means a Santi, because of war, they came together. So that is kingdoms by kingdoms. They fought, conquered a lot of people. Even the people of Aguna Nyakrum, led by Nyakweku, that left Aguna to the current Aguna Nyakrum currently. When one time I was listening to the stories there, when they were telling you how slaves, they removed the mouth of slaves, they removed the hand of slaves, and they will be clapping their hands. My brother, the people of Benin, Dahomey women, they defeated the Yorubas. I'll be telling you how we conquered, how we fought against each other and enslaved ourselves. Even the Congo slavery was triggered by our own fellow black men, the slave masters, who were trained to the language of the Congolese, the Belgians, the Dutch language. They learn it. Then, knowing the language of the indigenous, they coordinate together very well with them and they enslave their own people. So we enslave our own self. Bring a proof. Bring us a proof. My brother, don't just say it. We enslaved our own selves. We enslaved our own selves for guns, and we use these guns to fight against each other. Most of the inventions, the black men behind that. Listen to me, my brother. The slave trade, when the Christians, Gavin Sharp and co., when they were preaching against slave trade, and telling the Europeans that those they are enslaving are the lost generation of the Israelites, so they should stop. It was powered by industrialization. And don't forget, they were the blacks that were working on the plantations. They were working in the plantations of the Europeans. And if there should be inventions, they will be the one to do the inventions. Don't forget these things. So in Africa.com, we have the blacks that invented most of the things, and the white put their names on it. So if you talk about inventions, you can't take the blacks out. We have a lot of medicine, just that we don't believe and trust in ourselves. But what I'm talking about to you in this concept of spirituality is that we took charms and amulets against weapons. For instance, I took charms against cutlass. If there's a cutlass issued on me, I will not get injured, and I will go and use these charms to attack my brother. That was what we have been doing. Currently, we are still doing that, using our oil money in Nigeria, specifically in exchange of mass weapons of distractions. That is it. That is what is happening. That is what I am talking about, my brother. Now, with this concept of education, we have the technical school and the vocational school. Most of you don't want. Most of you want to be sitting in the offices. Most of you don't want technical jobs. And that is what is killing Africans. So if you tell me this system of education is not helping us, it's a lie. Were you not exposed to that? Yes, the concept of education brought by the Europeans made me able to read and write. And by God's grace, I also exposed myself to technical work, and I learned that too. So most of you always want to be sitting in the offices, and that is what is having effect on us now. We have the Indians; they have their own set of education. We have people who are exposed to the technical works. He can't write his name though, but when you should give him something, you cannot write his name. Yes, in English language, maybe in Arabic, but in his language, he can operate any type of machine. They are exposed to the world. They are embracing the world of technology. They are embracing the world of what? Technicalities. We are only reading books here and there, calling ourselves professors, not producing anything currently. Yes. If you want to know spirituality, what it did to Africa, I will tell you a lot of things. We fortify ourselves and mark on war and kill each other. Is that a spirituality you want it to come back? My brother, please, let's sit up. Thank you.